Hey guys, it's Kirsten here. Yeah, so as you can tell, I'm in a bit of a different surrounding. I think that's the word I'm looking for. I'm currently at my grandparents' and I'm filming just now. Also, I'm sitting in a really weird chair that's like making loads of noise, so apologies if you hear that. It's annoying me too, don't worry. This is a bit of a different video compared to all my other stuff. It's quite a serious video. I'm sorry if my uploads are less frequent. I am filming this the day after I came back from Barcelona yesterday, and I start college next Monday again, and I'm working 4 days a week just now anyway. But yeah, this video mainly is to talk about my experience of the Barcelona terrorist attack. Yeah, so if you follow me online or anything, you may know that I was actually caught up in the Barcelona terrorist attack, and I'm making this video so that for everyone who keeps asking me what happened and how it happened and they want to know the details, it means they can watch this and they can know the answer to that question without me having to tell the story time after time again. We'd arrived in Barcelona that morning, and we got to our hotel about 1 o'clock, and we decided to walk into the city centre. We were about a 40-minute walk from the city centre, and we decided to try and navigate our way to Plaza de Catalunya, which is at the top of Las Ramblas. So we had found our way there, although we get lost, so it took us like an hour and a half to get there. But yeah, we had walked down Las Ramblas to Port Vey, and we went down to the Magnum shopping centre just to have a kind of look around. And we'd been walking around for a bit, and we went, you know what, we'll go and get something to eat. And by this point we didn't really know like how to get back to our hotel or anything, so we said we would get something to eat on Las Ramblas. We went into a restaurant which was 200 metres away from where the van stopped. Like where our restaurant was, the restaurant's like here, just right next to that, down an alley was the police station, and there was an alley across from that alley, and I seen a police officer running down that alley with his gun in the air, and I just heard loads of shouting, and I started to see people running, but obviously I had no idea like what was going on because everyone's speaking in Spanish. I'm like, I don't know what's happening here. But all I seen was a police officer with his gun in the air, and I was that like shaken in that moment that I didn't even register that it was a police officer. So I just kind of panicked and I jumped up from our table, and we were quite closed in, so I'm trying to push the table away to run into the restaurant, because in a moment like that you don't think, like, you just assume the worst. And when I seen him running, I thought maybe there had been like a report of like a bomb had been planted like right next to us, and that's all I could think when I seen him running with a gun. So I just ran into the restaurant, absolutely terrified. I was shaking. I've got some footage from like when it had just happened, just after I'd seen all the police running, and then about the next 15 minutes after that or something. Okay, so police just came running out there and then away along, and I'm actually shaking. I thought it was like a terror threat or something. Oh my god. Okay, so we're safe. That's a lot of police, and I don't know what's going on. Oh, there's more? Oh my god.
So we're outside a place called Restaurant.
This is absolutely terrifying. Why are they there? Why are they there? They're fully chasing someone still though if they're going back round. Is that
everything's sorted now. I don't even feel safe going back. Like, I don't know if you can see this in the video, but my legs are absolutely shaking. This video is quite shaky because I'm shaking. That was the most terrifying thing I've ever experienced, because you just assume the worst. There's police running again.
So yeah, we were at this restaurant and we were just kind of watching what was going on outside. There was still people just walking around as if nothing had happened, and we were like, how can you be so calm, like something's going on. And then the police officers started to tell us, right, everyone get inside. So we sat at the back of the restaurant, like trying to get us as far away from like the kind of the main area of all the drama. And no one knew what was going on for about a solid 45 minutes. And my mum was texting my dad just saying, like, look, we don't know what the hell is going on. All we know is that something's happened in Barcelona. There's so many police, and we just want you to know, like, we're safe for now. And it was actually my dad who said, oh, there's a van, like, run people over on Las Ramblas. And the first thing I thought was, alright, okay, it could be like the Glasgow bin lorry thing again, where the guys had like a heart attack behind the wheel or something. And then it took us, I think it was about an hour after we'd been locked up in this restaurant, that they gave us the Wi-Fi password, and we were trying to like let everyone back home know, like okay, we're safe just now, we're not really sure what's going on, but we're safe. And through us having the Wi-Fi was the only way we found out that it was actually a terrorist attack, and the van had mounted the pavement at Las Ramblas away up at Plaza de Catalunya, and it had just, like, he had driven, I think it was, as far as I was aware, it was more than half the distance of Las Ramblas, like, and he only stopped at the metro station just up from where we were. And we were in that restaurant for about 2.5 hours. No one knew what was going on. All I could think was, is this guy dead? Is something else happening? We were hearing stories about a restaurant at the top of the Las Ramblas being, what's the word, like being held hostage, which apparently never happened anyway. I don't know where that story came from, but we just couldn't think straight. And eventually, I think there was about 2 hours, we'd been there for about 2 hours or something, I think it was roughly 2 hours, and we realised that, like, we were safe to, like, we were safe to, like, the shutters were down on the door, but, like, in the window there was still a little gap, and there was 4 of us. It was me, my mum, and a young couple we'd met over there. We were all sitting, like, under the shutters just watching out the windows, and all the police officers just kept looking at us, and I swear we must have looked like rabbits caught in a headlight. We had no idea what was going on. We were terrified. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you, and in the moment that I ran into that restaurant, I'd seen the gun and I thought, oh my god, I'm dead, like, I'm dying today. This is it, and I don't want to die because I've not done everything that I want to do, and I've not lived the life that I want to live. And it was horrible because you realise that your life is hardly ever in your hands. So yeah, it was quite hard hitting, the fact that when I was sitting in that restaurant I realised that, and at that moment in my life, I was not in control of what was going to happen to me. It was literally just down to fate, and I was so lucky that we stopped at the restaurant we stopped at, because originally we were going to keep walking, and if we'd kept walking up that road, we would have been right in the middle of it all. So yeah, we'd been in that restaurant for about 2.5 hours, and the police came and they opened the shutters in our restaurant, and I can't remember the name of the restaurant. I'm going to find it in, and I'm going to either put like a photo in of their menu, which I know I have somewhere. Don't go. The hospitality was disgraceful. They found out what was happening before we did, and they didn't think to tell us what was going on, and they tried to charge us for the pizzas that they made us, which we didn't eat because we didn't have an appetite, because we thought we were going to fucking die. Like, I'm sorry, but in a situation like that, my priority isn't sitting and eating my fucking tuna pizza. My priority is surviving, and I didn't eat for like a solid day after that. I couldn't eat. And then when we were leaving, the police were trying to hurry us up to get us out, but they still made us pay the bill. And they charged us for the 2 drinks that we'd ordered, which we hardly touched anyway. Like, I'm not joking, the glasses were about this thick and that tall. Like, they were huge. You'll see them in my vlog next week. They were huge, but they charged us €25 for 2 drinks, and I was absolutely raging. So yeah, don't go to that restaurant. So yeah, the police came and they opened the shutters up and they escorted us out of Las Ramblas. And like it was out down a side street and under like the police tape and stuff. But once we got out of the police tape, we had no clue where we were. We tried to follow the crowds out to like see if anyone knew where the main streets were, and we got completely lost. We seen this taxi sitting, because obviously we weren't going to walk back to our hotel. It was a 40-minute walk and we were terrified enough as it is. So we tried to find a taxi, and we stopped this taxi and we said, can you take us to this hotel? My mum showed him where it was, and the guy went, no, I can't take you. We had to actually ask a female police officer, like, how do we stop a taxi over here, because we've been stuck in a restaurant for 2.5 hours. We just want to get home, like we just want to get back to our hotel. She asked us where we were staying, and we showed her the thing, and she went, there's no way you could have walked that back. She had to stop a taxi for us because none of them would stop for us on our own, and we just showed the taxi driver where our hotel was, and he took us the quickest way there. The taxi went past the bottom of Las Ramblas where the Christopher Columbus statue is, and you could still see all the ambulances and all the squadrons like just sitting there, and it was terrifying because it made you realise like this isn't over. On the news they announced that the driver had escaped. They'd killed I think 5 people and captured 3 or something like that, and the guy who had drove the van had escaped. And I can't even begin to tell you how on edge I was the whole holiday, because I didn't know where this guy was. He could so easily attack again, and it was just horrible to think, because you're like, I'm still not safe. There are people I hate in this world, and I would never wish them to go through what I did, despite how much I dislike them, because it's horrible, because you don't know if you're gonna live or die. You don't know if you're gonna make it, if you're gonna be killed by someone that you've not even done anything wrong to. I am beyond grateful to be alive. I'm honestly, in a way it's opened my eyes, because it's just made me realise that there's so many things I want to do in this world, and I don't have all the time in the world to do it. So if I want to do something, I'm just going to do it. If I don't like someone, I'm going to tell them. If I like someone, I'm going to tell them, because at the end of the day, if it backfires on me, it's not the end of the world. Like, you don't know when you are going to die, and that's a scary thing to think, but I'd rather be living my life and enjoying it than living in fear, if you know what I mean. Like, I'm not gonna let this stop me. I'm so much more vigilant now. Like, the sound of sirens even like kind of puts me on edge and scares me a little now. Like, I'm beyond sorry as well for the people of Barcelona, because I'm home now and I'm with my family, and I don't need to even pass Las Ramblas again until I go back there, which I will be. It won't be stopping me from going to Barcelona. I'm in love with that city, and an attack like that isn't going to stop me from loving it, but I couldn't deal with seeing Las Ramblas all the time, especially after that happened. Like, I struggled enough seeing the memorial at the top of Las Ramblas when we went. Like, I have so much respect for the people of Barcelona, that they're just getting on with their lives and they're not letting it stop them. You can't even put into words the feelings going through you at the time, because you genuinely, you just think, oh my god, I'm gonna die. Like, that's all that goes through your head. Your survival instincts kick in, and I can't even remember half the things that happened as soon as I ran into that restaurant, because I just had this survival instinct kick in, and all I thought was, no, I'm not dying today. I'm not. It's not happening. But yeah, the moral of this video is live every day like it's your last, because it could be, and something like that really, really puts it into perspective. If you want to do something, do it. If you love someone, tell them. If you hate someone, hey, tell them too. Maybe you can sort out your differences. That'll help it. I'm lucky that I'm alive, but part of me is kind of grateful that this has opened my eyes, because now I know who genuinely does care about me. Like the amount of people that I don't even speak to anymore that were asking me if I was okay and they were worried about me, and then also the amount of people that I thought were my friends and didn't give a shit whether I made it out alive or not. So it really opened my eyes in that sense, and it also opened my eyes to realise that I'm stronger than I thought I was. Like, I've gone through so much in my life and I've made it through, but my god, that was the scariest thing I've ever went through, and I'm so grateful to be alive, and I'm never gonna waste a day anymore. But anyway, thank you for watching and listening to me talking about this, and I just hope that this can put life into perspective for a few people, and hopefully you'll take my advice and just make the most of your life. I know I will be anyway, and you will see me doing that in all my videos on this channel. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you next week with another video.